Hamilton East, Stony Creek.
Thank you, Speaker. My question's to the Premier. 12,000 pensioners of U.S. Steel, formerly Stelco, and their families who've been building lives and communities for decades in Hamilton, Stony Creek, Welland, and Nanticoke are under threat. They have been told by the judge overseeing the credit protection process that the court has no ability to ensure that the pensioners will get what's owed to them ahead of the U.S. parent company, which, in a terrible situation, as predicted, is raiding the corporation, removing parts, heading back to the States, and scrapping the parts in Hamilton. Outrageous. Many of these pensioners may not outlive this process and are living in fear for their retirement security. What is this government doing to stop the further raid of U.S. Steel's Canadian operations?
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I sincerely appreciate the question coming from the member who I know has intimate relations with those affected by this situation. And it is a tragedy. And it is why the Government of Ontario has stepped forward to protect the interests of the workers and the pensioners from the very beginning. And we will continue to do so. As the member obviously know, the government has been working with the company. We know that what we want to achieve is the best possible outcome for the pensioners. It is before the courts. There are procedures that are taking place, and we're going to work towards doing everything possible to support the people of Hamilton and, more importantly, the pensioners and those we know that are being affected. And we're arm in arm to try to do everything we can to protect their interests. Thank you.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, Minister, the Speaker, through to the Speaker to you, the pensioners who put 30 to 40 years of their lives deserve every penny of what U.S. Steel owes them. These employees agreed in good faith their part of their compensation would be in the form of company pension contributions, that is, Minister, deferred wages, which they negotiated. They accepted lower wages then as part of their deal, and now U.S. Steel is effectively trying to steal the remainder of their wages and their benefits and their retirement security. This is theft, Minister. So how is this government going to protect those pensioners? I'm not sure. And what is this government doing to ensure that any future foreign-owned guarantees that pension funds will be there when needed for the people of Ontario, for the people of Canada, that they will be protected in their retirement?
Minister.
The member, I believe, knows that Ontario is the only province in Canada that actually has a pension guaranteed fund to protect those that are affected in the case of bankruptcies, which is what's occurring here today. So it is before the courts. Processes are in their way. He should also know, and I think the people of Ontario know, that the Government of Ontario also provided support by way of loans to enable that company to continue to provide its services for the benefit of the pensioners, and that's also a question. So we're all at the table. We all recognize that everyone's being affected, and we're trying to minimize the adverse effects of that process. Please stay in touch with us, and I appreciate the ongoing discussions that we've had over the last number of months on this issue. We want to support the pensioners and the people of Ontario who are affected by this. Thank you.